Chinese one too.
Yesterday.
Molto tremante.
Get close.
Allora, il complesso monumentale di Santa Chiara inizia ad essere costruito intorno al 1408 e terminerà la costruzione di tutto il complesso, basilica e chiesa, nel 1448.
So the whole building was built at the beginning of the 15th century, 14 and 8, and it was completed in che anno hai detto completato?
48.
And it was completed in 1448.
La costruzione è stata voluta dal re Roberto d'Anjou e la regina Sancho.
So as I told you, it was built because King Robert of Anjou and his wife wanted it to be built.
Perché la regina Sancho voleva consacrarsi al Signore.
Because actually the queen at the beginning wanted to be a nun, but then she got married.
Però
So as a form of devotion, she
scelta dal re Roberto d'Anjou e quindi per non rinunciare a questo voto di clausura fece costruire a Napoli, quindi nell'impero angioino, insomma, il monastero.
So she became a wife, she married, but as a form of devotion, she wanted this very big monument to be built, very structure to be built, okay? As a form of devotion to Saint Clare of Assisi, the saint we saw, whose statue we saw in the church. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
L'abbadessa siamo nel 1500, l'abbadessa iniziò a commissionare ad alcuni artisti di strada, insomma, queste maioliche dipinte a mano.
1500?
Sì.
So more or less at the beginning of the 16th century, the abbess, the responsible of the nuns here, asked some artists, some local artists, to decorate the cloister with this famous majolica, is it in English, more or less? Okay? Majolica.
Poi nel 1700 è stata ristrutturata e quindi chiamarono, sempre l'abbadessa dell'epoca del 1700, chiamò insomma questi restauratori e da questa scuola, insomma, del 1700 nasce la maiolica a Capodimonte.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's important.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
but also difficult to translate. Okay, so in the 18th century, the new abbess, the new responsible of this structure, called some more artists to restyle this place, and from this they constituted a sort of school at the beginning, and this school is responsible for the famous Capodimonte Majolica. It's very expensive and famous material here in the area, ok? Facciamolo perché poi a loro volta gli inglesi traducono ai turchi e agli altri. Bella esperienza di lingua che stiamo facendo io.
Yeah.
Bene.
Well done, thank you my dear. It's 10 euros each. I'm joking, of course.
I soggetti raffigurati nella maiolica sono tutte vita campestre.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the pictures represented here in the Majolica all regard agricultural life, okay? Life in the countryside.
Yeah.
Perché qui appunto c'erano le monache di clausura che non potendo uscire fuori e
Okay,
vedere il
yes.
mondo come era,
Okay,
insomma,
so
lo
the
raffiguravano.
nuns who lived here couldn't go outside, so they wanted the countryside to be represented here, just to have an idea, okay, of what life was outside, because
yeah.
they lived in a cloister and they couldn't go out. Thank you. Now I'm going to add something for you. Now nuns don't live here anymore, but they live in a close monastery. It's just next to this one. Here now the Franciscan friars live here, and this is one of their headquarters. Okay, let's say headquarters, just to understand. Okay.
Ci sono delle domande?
Questions? Do you,
Any questions?
any questions? You can ask English, he speaks English. No, he doesn't.
I
Yeah.
translated in English.
Dal XV secolo fino al XXI secolo, fino al 1900,
Ventesimo.
La guerra,
fino
penso.
al 1918
Prima
sono
guerra.
state le eclissi.
Okay.
Poi dopo
This monastery.
So the nuns lived here until the beginning of the 20th century. Then the nuns moved to this very close monastery, and the friars came to live here.
che loro sono diventate poche,
Because the nuns
non
were
potevano-
fewer and fewer, the friars were more and more, so this very big structure was not necessary anymore for the nuns.
quindi nasce come
Ha una domanda?
Yeah.
When this monastery built it?
Was built?
Yes.
Okay, the foundation was at the beginning of the in 1408.
Okay.
Not the foundation, but as you
It
can
was
imagine, it was
completed,
rebuilt more
40
times during
years
history.
later. Yeah.
Okay.
It was completed 40 years later. 1448. It was completed.
Okay. So we must thank Friar Vincenzo
Thank you.
just because
Thank you.
this
Thank you.
visit normally is not free, but since he's a friend of ours, he has allowed us into the monastery. Okay. So thank you.
Questa è l'unica parte rimasta intatta dai bombardamenti.
Of the whole buildings, this is the only part which was not destroyed during the war. So this is completely original.
Infatti il tetto è originale di
The
legno,
roof is made of wood, it's a wooden roof, and it is original.
mentre
So,
quello di là in basilica
while
è
the
di cemento
roof in
armato.
the church is not original and it's made of concrete. This is the first, just of course a remain.
La Madonna della Tenerezza,
The Virgin of Tenderness, she's called Virgin of Tenderness. I repeat, okay, not made by Giotto, a famous Italian painter, but by the school linked to him, associated to him. That is called the Virgin of Tenderness.
è l'annunciazione dell'angelo
And the
Gabriele a Maria.
Annunciation there,
Molto famoso.
over there. These are the only three important masterpieces of the response to King Roberto d'Angio's shrine that is inside the church. Okay, but this place, this statue corresponds. We will see it later above the main altar.
Mentre tutto il corpo della regina Francia non si è trovato.
Yeah, the body of his wife hasn't been found yet, so we don't know where the body of the queen is.